Hello everyone and welcome to the live trading room recap for Friday, November the 30th. My name is Barry Anderson, moderator of your trading room. Any questions for me, you can use this email address. This is a link to get into our 100% free trading room. You don't have to be a member of Trade Ideas to be in our room. I open the room at around 9 o'clock every day, Eastern Time of course. That's when I start to share my screen, get live on the mic at 9:05. Go to 3:30, up to 3:30 Mondays to Thursdays, and up to 3 o'clock on Friday. This is a link for a subscription to Trade Ideas. There's a promo code 15% off. That'll be on your first month of a standard or premium subscription, or the entire year of a standard or premium subscription. Well, what a day for a lot of us in the trading room. Let me take a look at ASNS. This was a marvelous alert from Holly. Interesting for a couple of reasons for me anyway. First of all, this has of course been a super active stock. Let's take a look at it on the daily chart. So this is today. So 3 days ago it had the massive pop up. It pulled back. This is so what are we, Friday? So Thursday, Wednesday. So that's Tuesday. Pulled back on Wednesday. This was yesterday. And look at today, taking out the high right there. Now, why this is of interest to me, because it came from Holly. Let me just get the 15. So there was the alert at 388. Okay. Now, if you follow me enough in the room, you know that usually I don't like to take the trade until it breaks through the whole number. This time I decided it looked. In fact, I think I took it on this candle right there. So I waited. I did actually wait. It pulled back down, took the trade right here at 395. And it's still a little bit choppy. Don't get me wrong, it was still a little bit choppy. I took some out right here at 414. That's from 395 to 414. And then the balance right up here, 471. And, you know, that is, you know, that's just a tremendous percentage gain. Now, why I'm saying this is interesting is because here's where it happened, Holly Neal. At 9:58, there was the alert, 388. Now, if you had missed it, said, ah, man, I missed it, too bad. Well, look what happened. On Holly 2.0, it also alerted, right, where are you? A liar to me. There you are, right at the top there. It also alerted at 418 on the strong stock pulling back at 1036. So if you missed it the first time, you had two alerts. Yeah, I mean, obviously the first alert, 388, was better if you had been able to hold it all through this. But, you know, you could have bought it on the pullback. There's the candle in which the pullback happened. And, you know, you're away to the races again. So two very good entries for this one. And, of course, why, if you're in the room at all, you know why I love these. I mean, at one point, it's up 15.7% right now. At one point, it was up, I think, about 22%. So just a tremendous alert. Another one that was really, and I didn't take this one, was unfortunately, and that was just a tremendous short alert from Holly, 2560 right here. I watched it right about here and thought, because, you know, first of all, I'm kind of limiting myself to a certain extent to the stocks that are under 20 from Holly. I mean, obviously, I would say my max is going to be 30, but this one definitely caught my eye, and they did a financing, and the financing was at 25.50. Typically what happens is the stock will drop from that financing. Anyway, it sort of based a little bit here, had all sorts of time to get in it, and I just looked at it and thought, man, it's going to be tough maybe to get through 25. Man, look what it did. I mean, this was such a quick, you know, within an hour, it dropped a whole, probably $1 or so. So that was another great alert from Holly. So for a $25 stock, you know, you're talking about right now, you know, a 7% gain for a $25 stock. So it's, you know, I get the question all the time. You only get these gains on cheap stocks. Well, obviously the cheaper stocks can present the best percentage moves, but certainly, you know, you are going to get stocks like this that are going to have good percentage moves also. Now, the other one that, and I'm still in this one, this is working out really nice. Oh man, I love it. So Eli, if you don't know, Eli is Callaway Golf, and very, very weak. You can see it really didn't have very much pre-market action, but once the market opened, it gapped down. And the news that I saw was that they bought probably a golf glove manufacturer in it's a European one called Jack Wolfskin. Anyway, it's for I think 3.5 billion euros. But at any rate, this really caused this decline. So I watched this one, and I didn't get it here. I don't like to trade in the first 15 minutes anyway, because not in this case. This case it just basically moved down. But we've seen so many cases where they just move up and down. You can get whipped out in that first 15. But I ended up taking this short right underneath the whole number. I love that. I just love taking these trades right underneath the whole number. And so I got into this one at 1690. What was it? 1692 on the short. I covered some here. I think on this move here, I think I covered some. It moved here, and then as it started moving up, I covered a little bit here at 1658. I covered more down here at 1625. It broke through 16. And I covered the balance right in this area here. Take a look at the daily, and this is why I was actually not really, I really didn't think it would get down through 16 based on, the theoretical support areas. That looked like a pretty, sorry, it whipped on me there. Just let me get this over here. That looked like right here, looked like a pretty good area of support, 1620, or here, 1621, certainly 16. But it just carved right through. Now, look what it did. This sort of held, this 1577. It did get a little bit below it, and then it's moved up. Now, this is why I love this trade, and a lot of us took advantage of it on the way up. And guess what? A lot of us are taking advantage of it on the way. I'm sorry, a lot of us took advantage of it on the way down, and now a lot of us are taking advantage of it on the way up. I'm in this one now right here on the bounce at 1610. Let's put the mark there. I did take some out at, you see, I thought this might be just a bit of a scalp trade. So when I go into something like this, I think, okay, this has been devastated. This could just be a momentary blip. But at any rate, I did take some out at, well, that's, oh, I see what's happened. That's right. This is on the way down, my covering. So just about here, okay? I'll just put a mark right about there. But why we even got interested in this one, if you look at it on the 5-minute chart, and you hear us talking about crosses a lot. So look what it did right there. You see, this is what we talk about. There was the base and everything. Not so much of the base is of importance, though it is nice. There's that 8 EMA. That's that orange line. There's a 20 SMA. That's the blue line. And look at the cross right there. So that can signify that a stock could be starting to move back up. Now the only problem is that the VWAP was at 1639, but that hasn't paused it yet anyway. So that's why a lot of us in the room took this trade just over 16 anyway, and I'm still holding on. I say I did sell some at 1625. That's from 1610, and just kind of holding on. The fantasy would be up here, 1676. I think that would be probably as high as it gets, but we'll see. So it's always great to be able to profit on the way down and also on the way up. So what a week. We've had just a tremendous. Oh, I forgot to mention Tick. Tick was in the pre-market. Another pre-market wonder. Big pop in the pre-market. I didn't really see. I think somebody mentioned there was some news on it, but I actually took this trade at 481 in the pre-market and got up late. Otherwise, I probably would have been able to get it more here, but I got up late, and so I watched that little pullback, took the trade right here, and I sold most right up here in 514. So, and then look what it did. It just chop, and then it's been giving it up for the balance of the day. So that is it. That's just a tremendous end to the week for a lot of us in the room, and certainly myself. So it's just a tremendous trading week. Lots of interesting pre-market low floaters to look at, and Holly gave us some interesting ones all week. So let me just close this down. I want to bring back the capture program. Okay, so if you have any questions for me, again, this is the email address you can use. A link to get into our free room. A subscription link for a 15% off instant promo or instant discount using the promo code. I'm going to open the room Monday morning, bright and early, 9 o'clock in the morning Eastern Time. So I hope to see you, many of you, in the trading room then. Bye-bye.